I got the right z-score for that one, so now I'm trying to just get the
okay.
the other one.
All right, well, let's... Oh, Addie's calling.
Should we just accept that car?
Well, I'm scared. Oh, well, she stopped. Never mind.
Maybe she saw the invite I sent her. Hold on.
Let's see. Oh, I can find it from the online textbook, huh?
Yeah. Okay, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Let's get the graph. Let me try and share my screen again and see if it works this time.
It's working this time.
You can see it. Yay. Okay, so this is the file here. So in order to create your graph, you actually need to do like a summary. So I came down here and I did my freshman, my sophomore, my junior, and then senior. And then I think this is the one that was like an other or a blank or something like that.
Okay.
Because there are a couple up here that don't. So what I did is I did a count if, and then this range. What? So the 82 to 184.
Okay.
Let me anchor that. And then for the criteria, I just put so it equals this cell. Okay.
Okay.
And then, so that tells you there's 8 freshmen, 75, 59, 39. And then for this one, I did a count if, or count blank. That's what it was. Count blank, because there's 2 of them. So this was what was it? H2 to H1, 4, is that what it was? And I got 2.
Okay.
So when you highlight those, you can go in here to insert, and that should give you the data to do a pie chart.
Okay, let me see here. FR, sophomore, junior. Do you do count if and then F2, I mean H2 to H184, and then do you have to put parentheses and then click on it, or you have
No, just put a comma and then whatever your criteria is. So what you want it to count. So you want it to count if it's FR. So I just clicked on.
Got it.
Can you see that?
What number is Patty's number?
My number is 605.
Oh, I didn't realize you were back on. Sorry.
I finally got back on, and guess what? I can't pull up anything on, like, BYUI won't pull up. Something must be wrong with my internet. So I might just have to write down the answers to the test. I'm sorry. I might not be very helpful, or not that I'm ever helpful, but...
We'll survive. We can make accommodations.
Count blank. Sorry, I'm almost done with this.
Nope, you're fine.
Okay, so once I have the summary, what did you do then?
Okay, so then highlight all 10 of those cells. See, like I have?
Yep.
And then go up here to insert.
Okay.
And then you can just click on your little pie chart. And it should pop up.
Okay.
Did you get it?
I did get the pie chart, yes.
Okay, so now we need to try and do the bar graph. So you should be able to just do the same, highlight that same data, but just click on a different chart.
You want to start, Daddy? Okay.
And that's under insert, and then
Yeah, so it should be insert, and then there's a different, you can go recommended charts or click on this little column or bar chart.
I'm sorry. So which one, after you hit insert, which one is it?
Okay, so you're going to go up to insert, and then you can see, there's the recommended charts, which you can get to any of the charts from there. Or you click on this little tiny one that says column or bar chart.
Gotcha. Okay. You know what I was doing? I was clicking on that column all the way on the right there next to line and win-loss, the spark lines one. So it was asking me to find some spark lines or something like that, which I have no idea what that even means.
Yeah, you're way ahead of me.
Okay.
All right, so we got our charts. Everybody okay that way?
Yeah.
Okay, and number 8, does everybody know how to get their proportions?
Yeah, I think I understood that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Okay, Jeremy, so what it is for the proportions, so if you just real quick on your Excel, find another cell and sum all of those counts and tell me what you get.
$183.
Yeah. So all your proportion is, for your freshman proportion, it will be 8 divided by 183.
Right. Okay. I didn't know if there was something on the actual pie chart that you were supposed to be doing.
Nope, nope. So those would just be the proportions for number 8 or whatever it is.
Gotcha.
Okay. So 9 is where I started having problems. So
I got it. I got them all right.
get
I
A
figured it out.
correctly.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, so did everybody get A correctly, or do we need to go over that one?
No, I got A. It's B and C that I got stuck on.
Jeremy, did you get A?
No, that's okay though.
Well, let's go over it. Let's go over it.
I hate taking up you guys' times like that, but
You know what? I kind of struggled, so even just going through it again is A-okay with me. Okay,
Ba-dum-bum.
so the mean is basically what is the normal, like what you would expect it to be.
mm-hmm.
So on this one, it's the
And
true.
the mean is always P, right? Like, I think that's
Yeah.
why I understood it, because it says it 7% is P. And so I know that 7% is the mean.
Yes. So that's actually given to us in the question.
Right.
Mean is
Okay.
0.07. And then for the standard deviation, I think we're supposed to use that formula. If I can find my calculator. So am I correct in saying that the standard deviation,
The formula was P times 1 minus P all over N and square root all of that, correctly?
Yep.
Or correct?
yeah,
So it's just the same formula as we were used to use before.
No,
But you-
this is a new formula.
But you're using P instead of the X.
Yeah,
That
we're
makes sense.
using P instead of X, and then we added in like 1 minus P, right?
You want me to show you my formula on my Excel?
yes.
Okay. Let's see if it works. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So let me figure this out. So there is my SteDev. So up there up top, I have the whole thing is square rooted. And I put my values just in cells. So there's the 0.07, the 750, and the 0.08. And square root is or the SteDev I just did the T82 times, and I made another bracket right there for that one part of 1 minus T82. Close that bracket in case they're together because they're timesing together, and then divided just by the 750, and that gives me the 0.009317. And then for the top part of the z-score, I just did that on another cell as well to make it simpler on myself. I did the 0.08 minus the 0.07 equals 0.01. And then I divided the two, so the 0.01 divided by the 0.009317, 0.073. I could just...
Okay, so that's what I'm having problems with because I get a z-score of 1.111.
What is your... Are you doing it all on calculator?
Yeah.
I think if you did it in Excel, that would make it easier because the square rooting is the problem.
Oh, it only goes to so many numbers.
When I just did it on the calculator, so I just do it all in an Excel because it accurately will square root everything. At least for me.
Okay, let me try that. Okay.
And how much we're dividing it by N, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
so 750. Like if I can
Okay.
zoom in. I don't know if I can do that with this one.
Okay, so for this,
So what is... So 2 times... And what did you get for that answer?
0.009317.
Okay, that's definitely not why. So it's 0.07 times 1 minus 0.07.
I'm sorry, what?
It's 0.07 times 1 minus 0.07 divided by 750 and the square root of that whole thing.
Yes. Yeah.
I get 0.0034.
You get 30034.
0.00034. Hold on, let me see what I'm doing wrong.
Here, if you want me to show you, I'll show you how to put it in completely. So you do square root. Then you want to create another bracket because you're doing this formula on its own. So that bracket is the 0.07 And you're timesing that. Create another bracket. 1 minus 0.07, close that bracket, and then close the bracket so the whole top line's done.
Mm-hmm.
And then divided
Oh, okay.
750, close that bracket, and you get 0.009317.
So then, these.
0.009317.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the top part of the z-score is the simple part. It's just the 0.08 that we're trying to figure out minus the 0.07. So you get 0.01. And then you just divide the 0.01 by the 0.009317, and you get 1.073.
Okay. So yeah, I was didn't round correctly, but when I. Okay, so I got the 1.073.
And then from there, you just go to the normal probability applet, input 0.1073. We're trying to find greater, shade the greater side, and you get 0.1416 is the probability.
Okay. I am there. Thank you. Okay. Did everybody get that then?
0.1416.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, once I have internet, I'll put everything in the applet and see, but I wrote everything down, and so hopefully I'll get it when I have internet.
So that was for letter B, and then for letter C, you're just going to put 0.6 in the applet?
No, you'll put your z-score in the 1.07 or whatever it was.
Oh, and then what is more? So that's why we shaded all the way on the right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, he's going forward. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alrighty. So, got that. Did any of you guys attempt the homework, or do we not go there yet?
I
No,
started the homework, but I don't have any questions yet.
I did not start it,
Okay.
as you all know.
So I only got about halfway through, so I haven't had a problem yet, but I'm sure that. Okay. Well, should we attempt the quiz?
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'm hoping this unit is much easier than the last unit, so I can get a really high grade to average out my test scores.
Looks like you understand it so far.
Yeah,
Oh.
so far you've been doing everything for us, so I think. Thanks, Robert.
You can come take my cost accounting test today if you want.
I have no idea what that is, so.
Neither
no.
do I. I've been taking it all semester, so don't worry.
I just I'm such a terrible. I was telling Patty I'm a terrible test taker, but I'm really good. Like I understand the concepts and I apply it in real life. I do good, but when I have to get tested on it, I just choke on everything.
Yeah, I'm actually a really bad test taker too.
Okay, Patty, since you can't see the quiz, do you want one of us to share our screen so you can kind of follow along?
Well, maybe. And then I'm like, but I'm wondering if that even matters because I can't put anything in. Like, I won't be able to access any data or anything.
Well,
We'll still
you
be
can
able to
still
read.
put in the answers.
Yeah.
Well, I can't even pull up BYU Idaho. I mean, I'll write down the answers.
But I'm saying, would you like to see the questions so you
Sure.
can do them with us?
If you don't mind sharing your screen, that would be great.
You can also rewatch the video when you can open it up.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's a good idea. Yes. Good idea. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead because some of them don't and share because some of them don't actually require, you know.
Right.
Okay. So the 1 and 2 were just, you know, you were a good little person and did your work.
Right.
Okay. So number 3.
It'd be the third one, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, number 4.
So when you said sorry, I can see the test, but it's not really letting it, it's really blurry. So will you just read me what the third one says?
It says each slice represents a category and the area of each slice represents the proportion of the total occupied by the category.
Okay.
Okay. How are bar charts and Pareto charts related?
It'd be the last one, right? The only difference between a bar chart and a Pareto chart is that bars in a Pareto chart are ordered largest to smallest, going from left to right.
Yeah, I think so. All right.
What?
It's sample proportion, right?
It'd be the sample. Yeah, I think so.
Robert, if you want to just go ahead and keep taking the quiz and telling us what they are, that's
He is on top of this part, isn't he?
yeah, really.
Okay, I think I know number 6. Is it the sample size?
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 7, if P equals 1/4, what is the smallest n that satisfies the requirement?
I don't know this one.
Well, that's when you're going to use those equations up above where you have NP has to be greater than or equal to. So they're giving you the P and you have to find out what the N is.
So it has to be greater than 10, and if it's 1/4,
2.5?
no, because it would be 2.5 times 1/4.
It'll be 40.
Yeah, it would have to be greater than or
Okay.
equal to. Yeah, so I think 40 would have to be the answer, right?
Well, that's for the first equation because sometimes they're different.
Smallest n.
40 times 0.75.
1 minus 0.25.
So we get n is 40 on one equation, and n would have to be
Would it be 0.75?
well n times 0.75. So n would have to be 113.33, right? So the greater would be 40, I think. Is that right?
Satisfies the requirement.
You know what, guys? I just thought of something. I don't have my earphones. Is there a lot of feedback coming from me?
No, not really.
Okay.
I don't hear anything. But...
If P is 1/4, is the smallest number satisfies the requirement.
So you're going to take the equation n times 1 minus p is greater than or equal to 10.
Yeah.
So 1 minus 0.25 is 0.75. So n times 0.75 has to be greater than or equal to 10. So
Right.
divide by 0.75, you get 13.3.
Yes.
Oh,
So-
10 divided by 0.75 then?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the answer would be 40 because it has to meet both of those equations, right?
I would think so, because 13 does not meet.
It doesn't meet the other one.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your equation for that one, really quick? Sorry.
Okay, so there's two equations and they both have to be met. So one of them is NP is greater than or equal to 10. And then the second one is N, and then put in parentheses 1 minus P. It has to be greater than or equal to 10.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I get it now. 40, yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
Thank you for explaining that.
All right, so question 8. What is the proportion? So isn't that 0.4 divided by 24? Is that what it is?
No, the mean's just 0.4
No.
because it's the P with the caret equals P, right? For mean?
Yeah, didn't we say P was the mean?
Yes, actually. I guess I thought the population, that little mark on the P, that's the population. Or the proportion, isn't it? What is the mean of the proportion? I don't know, guys. So do we think it's 0.4?
I just remember copying down the formula in my notes that mean of P with the caret is equal to P.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll put 0.4. Okay, what is the standard deviation of P? So this is going to go back to that other equation, right?
Is that the square root one?
That's the one that Robert helped us with.
We're supposed to do 3 decimal places, or
No, just to the 10th.
I got 0.1.
Yeah,
That's
me
what I
too.
got too.
Okay.
But also, I guess we shouldn't say the word two. Mess us all up. Okay. So number 10. Okay, so this is going to be the same thing. Where what is... Okay, now this doesn't have the mean. This is actually the proportion. So the proportion is x divided by n, right?
Yes.
So is x 35? Or wait.
Well, the proportion would be, we have to find the z-score and then we plug it into the probability applet.
Well, see, but all of that comes down here. So this is like basic. Because we find the standard deviation and the z-score, and then...
Oh, wait. What is the proportion that's 0.3? Because it would be in the mean still. Right? No.
See, up here, this is the thing that confuses me, because up here it said, what is the mean of P? And down here it just says, what is P? P is just the proportion. And the proportion is X divided by N. So I think it's 0.35, but I don't know.
So.
Or 0.3, I don't know. No, it can't be 0.3. That would be the batting average.
So 0.3 of 100 is 30, right?
Uh-huh.
Her average is 30 out of 100.
Uh-huh.
So what's the probability she'll get more than 35? So I wonder if you're supposed to put
35 divided by 100?
See, I think
35 by 35.
It's supposed to be this. I don't, because this is the mean of the like this is what's really happening. Is she's the 0.3. But the probability is, I think it's 35. I don't know.
So it'd be 0.35, wouldn't it? Because we're trying to figure out first the 35 hits, and then we have to figure out if she can get more than that. So we need to know.
Right.
So I think I understand what you're saying. So it should be the 0.35.
Well, I don't know, but then do we use up here? It says, what is the standard deviation of P? And that's the same question here, but they used the point. So we'd have to use the 0.3 for this?
Well, you always use the 0.3 for the standard deviation because it's P. It's not the P caret in the standard deviation formula.
Well, they're asking for the standard deviation of the P caret.
Huh.
We're so technical, aren't we?
Well, but I mean, if you look at the, that's weird. I would still say we use the 0.3, just because like in the other formula earlier, they gave us the 0.8 and the 0.7, and we used the 0.7 in that standard deviation and got the right answer.
Okay.
I would say it'd be the 0.3.
Okay, so are you saying that you think question 10 is 0.3, or are you saying that we use 0.3 as the P in 11?
I say we use the 0.3 as the P in 11, and then 0.35 is the answer for 10.
I don't know, because the P caret is X over N. That's the...
And what's
Yes.
X exactly?
It's like the
Mean?
sample, what we're trying to get.
So then the
Isn't
sample
it?
would be 0.35 because we're trying to figure out if she can get more than that, right?
I think it's
Right.
0.35. But the thing is, for the last question, there's no X. So, you know what I mean? So it has to be, for number 8, so it has to be 0.4.
Well, but see, they're asking for different things. They want the mean of the population up here, and then they just want, or the mean of the proportion. And
Yes.
down here, they're just saying, what is the proportion?
So I think number 10 is 0.35.
Let's just say somebody's going to submit it and teach us a whole lot of stuff.
That's what I'll do. I'll do the rest of it and see what I get.
Okay, so what do we get for 11 then? If you are doing, what is the standard deviation?
I'm doing that one right now.
Okay.
How many decimals is it supposed to be? 3. So I got .046.
That's what I got.
I can't play right now. I'm doing homework. All right, my son messed up my formula.
Oh, how dare he?
I know. What is he thinking?
What?
I got .04826. I mean 5826.
Whoa. 0.04 what?
0.045826 for. I'm using .30 as my P.
Right. So we just rounded it off to 0.046.
Yeah, 3 decimals.
Z score. .09.
1.
What I got?
1.091.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
So is this just the right side shaded on the probability applet?
Yeah, I think so.
So .138.
That's what I put. Robert, our fearless leader, is that right?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay.
Standard deviation P.
Okay.
I really wish Stephanie was here because she always clarifies those things for us.
I know.
Yeah.
Less than 50%.
Okay.
0.011.
Okay. Well, I hope we're all getting it right, because if we're all getting it wrong, we're getting it wrong together.
That's what I got too.
Okay. And then number 50.
Yeah, minus 1.790.
That's what I got.
Oops. I accidentally deleted one.
What was that one?
Minus 1.790.
What did you get?
Minus 1.790.
1.790. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So okay, so now on this one, are we still gonna highlight to the right? If it's a negative, aren't we
No,
gonna go left because it's
they
less
want
than?
they want to know if we get less than 50%.
Okay.
So is it just the left side or is it the middle and left?
I think it's just the left.
Okay.
Yeah, because the
But I-
52
Go potty,
is
please.
the higher value and the 0.50 is the lower value.
Okay. So 0.037.
Boy, that sounds really low, doesn't it? 0.037. That's what I got, but
Wait, what did you get?
0.037.
Oh, okay, I see. I entered it wrong. Sorry. 1.0. Oh,
1.79.
1.790. There we go. .0367.
Yeah, so 0.037.
All right, I'll enter and see if we get how many we get wrong.
Okay, we'll go through and look at them and try and correct them.
I got one wrong.
Which one?
Which
What did I get wrong?
No, not delicate yet. So.
Number 5 is true proportion. That's it.
number 5 is true? Okay.
Yeah.
P, the true proportion of a sample. Oh. I guess X is the sample proportion, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
So P, okay, the sample proportion would be the, okay,
The P
Because
caret?
remember,
the P
we
caret.
did
Yeah,
quantifiable last unit. Now we're trying to do. We did quantitative. Now we're doing categorical. So we're trying to figure out the category. So we have to go back from the true proportion. Go to the sample proportion. I think that's what that's trying to say.
There's a strong chance that you just spoke a different language.
So the last unit we did categorical. So we figured out the true proportion. But this unit we're supposed to do. No, we did quantifiable last unit. So that's actual numbers. Whereas this unit we're doing categorical, so we're going back from the true proportion to the sample proportion. If that makes sense. So
Yeah.
it's like we're going backwards.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyways, that's number 5.
we all agree, Robert.
So number 5 is true proportion. But every other one was right.
Okay, are we ready to discuss our project?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, Robert, I read yours, the email suggestion or whatever.
I realized I did my math wrong in that afterwards because I was too tired. I should have done. I reversed what I was supposed to divide by each other. But
The only thing that I was concerned about that was that what defines traffic? You know what I mean? Because mine's relative, you know, it might be different for some people. Do you know what I mean? Like if you have to slow down to below sea level, that considered
let me see
traffic,
if this
or you're
bigger
not. That's the only problem I see.
report. Oh, okay. Well,
You do it like what the time is supposed to take for you to get from A to point B, and then add the difference in time.
That would work. Do you think that we could get 50 people that would be willing to calculate that all the time?
I think I could get. I think if we each took 10 people, it'd be easier. Yeah, I think I could get them to do that. Well, I live in California, so it's like a normal thing that we do.
Right.
You
Yeah.
you have traffic when you drive to the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been there. Yep.
So I was thinking, you know, that would take a long way to gather data and it would require a lot of people. And I wondered if it would be easier to do, like here are some that when I looked up, oh, Ryan's saying he can't get on.
That's weird.
Here are a couple, and I thought that it would be just as simple as getting like 50 people to answer a question. You know what I mean? So I put like, is there a relationship between playing an instrument and a GPA? Is there a difference between the portion of men or women that are registered to vote? So we could just put out a quick survey and ask, you know, however many people, try and get X number of men and X number of women.
That's easy.
One of them would be, are Skittles colors equally distributed? That was actually one. I thought that would be very simple. We could all just sit down, buy 2 bags of M&Ms and count them out. You know what I mean? Or I mean Skittles. Do blondes have lower GPAs? Is there?
I can tell you that they probably do.
So Patty's hypothesis is that yes. And the other one that I thought of, is there any correlation between the price of a brand new textbook and the number of pages it has? So I thought something like that might just require a little bit of research, but it wouldn't necessarily take up weeks of time to gather the data. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds simpler. I like those.
Yeah, I think that that's a good idea.
Although I am interested in knowing about the traffic, I just wonder, I'm sorry, I'm trying to be on a minimalist effort page.
Oh, I don't blame you. I'm fine with it. I don't care. Oh, I would think the election would be easiest to gather right now since, you know, today's election day.
Jeremy, did Ryan get another invite about
Will you bring me a pencil?
the new one?
Yep, I sent him another one, yes.
Well, I think that he must be trying to get on wrong because it popped up and showed that he was trying to do a call, it looked like.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm going to email him the link.
Oh, that's a good idea. You know, I mean, I think that if we, you know, if we wanted to do like the problem about finding people, like do blondes have lower GPAs, or, you know, the relationship between playing an instrument and a GPA, or the proportion of men and women that are registered to vote, is we have to go out and ask supposedly random people, you know. So we're not supposed to be able to send it out on Facebook because then only our friends within a certain demographic. That's not really random sampling.
Well, don't you have friends from all over the place?
Don't I have what?
Friends from all over the place?
Well, yeah, but they choose to participate.
So really the one that would be like,
sampling.
yeah, and so the one that would be the best random would be like the Skittles or M&M one, because we all live in different places. We all would go buy 2 bags of M&Ms, and it would really truly be random.
Yeah. I like that.
You know, I mean, none of us are actually on campus at BYU, are they?
I am.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Jeremy is.
Yeah, I live a block from campus.
See, because the only way that I could actually randomly sample people would go over to the high school and pick out blondes. Say, excuse me, what's your GPA? That may not go over well.
So we have to buy 30 bags of Skittles, or can we just buy the, you know, the bag that has all the little tiny bags in it?
No, I think if we wanted to do Skittles, if we just maybe bought 1 bag, you know, like one of the normal size bags, and just counted out how many each of us got in a bag. What do you think?
Wouldn't it be easier to buy the one with the fun share size ones, though?
Oh, and then calculated each.
Do like 10 of them or something like that?
Yeah, like each have to do 10 bags, and then we record our data, and we pull like 50 quantities of data.
That's true, because otherwise we'd only have like 5 things of data if they weren't the fun size. Can we still buy fun size now that Halloween's over?
You can always buy fun size. I live off of
Oh, okay.
Robert's like, I have a couple bags in my cabinet right now. I might just steal my kids' Halloween candy, and that'll work just fine. If I didn't eat them all
We could have
already.
done this before Halloween.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so should each of us go buy the fun size ones and count 10 of them? Or
Sounds
what?
good to me.
How many bags are fun size are in a normal size? Do we have any idea?
I don't know. Let me look at Costco.com.
A lot.
Oh, I don't know if we're going to Costco. We don't need bulk size here.
Hey, Mom's on my school meeting. Okay.
I'm guessing there's probably about 20 in there, something like that.
Amazon.com, fun size Skittles.
Oh, Stephanie's joined us. Maybe she can tell us if this is a good project.
1 pound.
Well, I got 2 different things from Patty, and then nobody was there, and I didn't see this one until I just checked my email, and it was
Yeah.
sitting over the side.
I'm
I do
sorry,
not.
Stephanie.
No.
My internet is goofing up, and so they had to restart the meeting.
So she
Well-
was actually recording, and so we couldn't, when she dropped off. We had to start.
Well, so I heard hers, but I didn't hear Jeremy's. That's
Oh.
what it's so frustrating.
I didn't hear Jeremy's either. I just had to find it.
Wow. I just found it.
Really?
Yes. Well, I wasn't looking for it. I just assumed I wasn't invited.
Okay, so we are talking
So-
about our statistics project,
Yeah.
and we were thinking that maybe each of us would go and buy like a bag of the fun size Skittles, and we each count, you know, like 20 or something like that of the small bags,
Okay.
and then just see if the Skittles are even, the colors are evenly distributed. So we did have about 100, you know, somewhere 50 to 100 samples of the smaller bags.
Well, they were changing things around. So I have to go to project. They were changing things around. It used to be able to do candy, and they were starting to say no, you couldn't anymore.
Oh, there's too many people doing it.
Well, it was just not enough of a real experience to really have to think it through.
Do they really want you to like go out and talk to people and take samples from different people, don't they?
Sometimes some people
Can we
do.
just do it over Facebook? Does that work?
Yeah, some people do that too.
Because we were wondering, 'cause there were a couple of things we were talking about, you know, like blondes and GPAs. Do blondes really have a lower GPA? Or
Who
proportion?
knows natural hair color anymore?
Well, that. Yeah, are you a true blonde? And then answer this question. But and we were talking about like proportion of men who were registered to vote versus women, but we didn't know how we would get a true random sample of those, because
Yeah.
if we just put it out on Facebook or to our friends, it's not really a true random sample. So we thought, are we just going to have to sit at a grocery store and ask the first 20 people that walk through registered to vote, and then how do we do that?
Might get socked in the eye today.
That's for Reggie, for Oakley.
People do different things depending on what they want. So you could say you could take the first
Go play downstairs.
70 people,
Oakley's.
you know, I mean,
This is Oakley's.
I don't know.
You can go.
That's why I try to avoid this. So they do not have the M&M study in here anymore. And the other one that the other teacher mixed was the chips in the Chips Ahoy bag. So I'll tell you what my group did is we bought 3 each of the theater size
M&M's.
Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces. And so we had 2 people in California, Idaho. And then Cindy had her husband traveling. And so she got her husband to get one where he was traveling. And then she went 2 hours away to her daughter's and got one more sample. So we had 6 samples. And then one from her own hometown. So we had 6 samples, and it went into the chi-squared test, and wanting to know if the proportion of the colors were the same in different cities.
Different areas.
Yeah, that's what we did. And
So the Skittles thing, if they're okay with us doing it, it would probably work out well because we're in all different areas.
if
So
you
Robert,
want
you're
to,
in California.
Yes.
Patty, where are you at? Utah?
Utah.
And Jeremy, you're in Idaho.
Yeah.
I'm in Ohio. I have no idea where Ryan is.
He said he's in California.
he was at Rexburg.
He
Maybe
told me
just
he
have
could call
hookup.
people from California, but that might just mean that that's where he's from.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
And if we felt like we needed more, like I have like a sister in Kansas, brother in New Mexico, sister in Texas,
Yeah, I have
and
people
some
in
in
Vegas.
Wyoming.
I have my whole family's in Pennsylvania, Arizona, all over the place.
So you want to test whether the proportion of the colors are the same in the different cities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
works.
I say go for it. Write it up. And the thing with this describe the data is give him as much information as you can. Don't assume he knows anything. You give him all the data that you can, decide how many. I think 6 would be plenty. If you can get 6 samples. You could ask him. Oh, sorry. You could ask him, what was I going to go look up? Oh, I want to look at the chi-square test. Holy moly, I think I'm going to have to go take a nap.
I have to every day. I don't blame you.
Oh my heavens. I was up trying to do that spreadsheet and got up early to get my husband off to work. And I don't have this one downloaded right here.
When is it due this Friday?
The write-up is. So hey, while we're here, why don't I go ahead and I'll share my screen real quick and show you, because we have to like make assignments as to who is going to do what.
Right.
And so maybe what we can do is we can separate that now.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So this, can you guys see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So this is just the final project overview. So by the end of this week, we have to design the study, and then we have 2 weeks to collect the data. And so basically, these steps down here, each person has to do one thing. So there's actually 1, 2, 3. There's technically 5.
Yeah.
Writers. Although the PowerPoint presentation, I think, would be a bigger project than, whatever else.
I know you can't see me, but my finger's on my nose right now about the PowerPoint presentation.
Well, if you notice on the PowerPoint presentation, it says main writer with an S for writer so that everybody can do a different slide.
Yeah.
And that would be the easiest way is everybody just does one slide.
Chi-squared is 66. So how many colors of Skittles are there? I don't even know.
4?
I mean, if it's for the group, I can open a pack right now and tell you, but
Oh, can you sacrifice yourself for that?
I don't know.
I think there's 5 colors.
So red, purple, yellow, green, orange.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with traditional Skittles, not tropical, free rainbow, sweet and
Well,
sour.
this is what I was going to do, and look what's in there.
Mommy is on my
What?
call.
Oh.
Wanna turn
Ate
on
all
music?
I'll do this week's write-up.
Okay, hey Robert, maybe everybody would have a Walmart, right? Why don't you see if we can buy it at Walmart? So at least would that be better to have it all purchased from the same place?
So the other thing, so I had the other instructor, and he made us have a system to choose which boxes we picked up off the shelf. It wasn't just go walking and grab a box. We had to have a system, type of sampling you have. So you have to think about that too. What type of sampling do you have? Clustered, whatever.
So, I mean, just randomly choosing one from any store isn't considered random?
That is actually not random. That's just chaotic rather than random. Random actually has a system to it. Is that kind of weird or what?
Please stop.
So we should all go to
Let me
Walmart then?
tell you, he went on like a 15-minute spiel about how random isn't random the way people think random is
Go like this.
when we talked about this in his office hour. So, yeah. So just so you know, just say, okay, we took the third box, whatever, the third box, and then the second box is after, make it a, like how they did the cereal boxes on the shelf. Just say, okay, I'm going to take this one, blah, blah, blah,
So like I take the third bag back in the middle of the row of the Skittles bag.
something.
Well, I think that we
Walmart.
have, in order for us to all do it, we need to say, like, what if we say, we picked up the first bag of Skittles, and then we each took the next 2 bags or something.
Well, if we're
Okay, I'll tell you, Brother Paulson won't be as picky, but you have a system so that you can understand, so that you can explain how you got your sample.
okay, so Stephanie, I have a question. If we are buying, let's say we're all buying one of the a bag that has like 25 little bags in it. So we're going to be doing the little bags. So wouldn't the random sampling be like 20 out of the 25? Would that not be random?
This is why I refuse to grade the describe the study.
Because I'm saying if we're not going to be using the entire bag, if we're only going to be doing like 10 or 15 each, or is it better if we just have the whole bag just to do all of them?
Or what if we just get the movie size Skittle
That's
ones?
what I
like
got.
we get them.
He got 3 movie size Reese's Pieces.
So if we go to we can go to the 99-cent store and get those. You can go to Dollar Tree and get those. You can go to, I think they have them at Target.
Because your variable isn't really which store you bought it, it's your area.
True.
So
it shouldn't matter.
I don't think
What?
I don't remember us. Let me see if I can find their describe.
Because if we all bought it from Walmart, then I'm assuming Walmart probably has the same distributor for all of them.
Bonneville.
Maybe not.
Well, not Bonneville, Bennetville, or something like that.
Let me see what we ended up. I don't even know if I have that, and it really sucks that it was in. I learned final project.
Okay, so
Select data. I don't.
all right, Robert
the channel changer,
writing
and I'll put
the
something on
design. Does anybody want to
I'm just gonna put this out there for us.
Okay.
I think that I should do one of the easier things if we want an A. I'm not trying to get out of work. I'm just being honest. I'm the one that's getting like the lowest scores on the test.
So, but listen, you all work together and everybody checks, you email it out, everybody looks it over, they suggest changes and corrections, and one person turns it in. It's not like you're only responsible for that one section. Everybody works together.
Okay.
Okay.
Stephanie, I'm looking at this and it says like to take action.
Mhm.
You know, what are we going to take action about?
That's the
Like,
goofy part of it. Let me see if I can find. I can't. Man, I was hoping I had my own.
Go get a brush. Go get a brush.
What if I write up a rough draft and have it by the time we meet on Thursday and we can review it then?
Sounds great, Robert.
Well, whatever we have to fix, I'll fix soon.
Who's good with graphs? Because that'd probably be the most effective on describe the data. I can
Well, you just had
Yeah.
to teach me, so I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
you want graphs.
Okay, I'll do
I
the
think.
describe the data portion then.
Okay.
So I didn't save. I don't. Oh my god. I
You
didn't
guys
save
just
all my
assign
stuff.
me what you want me to do, and I'll do it.
What would you like to do, Patty?
Just assign me, and I'll do it.
Well, what are the other steps? Collect the data?
Yeah, I guess. I can do that. Collect. You guys just email me all of your stuff, and then I'll put it all together.
Sounds good. What do you guys want me to do?
Yeah.
What's left?
Patty, what part were you doing?
I'm collecting the data.
Well, actually, we're all doing collecting the data. We all do a little bit of it.
Right. Okay. So then, let's see. You're doing design. Describe the data. You're doing. Okay. What are the other ones on there? Sorry.
Okay, so Robert's doing design the study. All of us are going to be collecting our own data. So everybody participates in that. The describe the data, that would be basically kind of drawing your graphs, interpreting it. And I think I was going to do that, right?
Okay.
Then there's make inference and take action. I'm not exactly sure what that section includes.
Wait, I'll do the take action. Everybody mail me the Skittles and I'll eat them.
Okay, so we did ours on freezes. So let me read you our action. We will be contacting the Hershey Company, sharing with them the results of our survey. They may find our results interesting. We took samples from extreme sides of the United States, and the color distribution was uniform. Their manufacturing and distribution centers should be congratulated. Their product is consistently of good quality and taste. The goal of the Hershey Company is to have a color distribution of 50% orange, 25% brown, 25% yellow. We found a slight variation to this in each box, but when we pulled all our data, we did have the correct distribution. That's all it is. I mean, it's really nothing huge.
Okay, I'll do that one.
You know? I mean, it really isn't that big of a deal. So
Okay.
don't stress about any part of this. Send
Okay,
an
so the
email
next
to me,
part
send an
then
email
is
to
take
him.
action.
It's a big part of your grade, but it's not hard. It's not. If you keep in communication. The other thing I will warn you about is, I don't know if it was last semester or the first semester or both. He was kind of busy. Sometimes it takes him a while. So don't stress about the due dates. You will not be counted late. If he doesn't get your project approved in time for you to do the next step, don't stress. Okay,
Okay.
just so you're aware. He tries to get them out, but those take a long time to grade. And I don't do those. No thanks.
So do we submit design the study and then we wait to do anything else
Correct.
until he
To get
approves it?
approval.
Correct. Until he
So-
approves it.
Okay.
And he may reject it the first time. And then he'll suggest some things to fix, and then you submit it again and he'll grade it again, and then he'll approve it when it's all corrected. But that's why I say give him as much detail as you can so that he knows where you're coming from and doesn't have to.
All right.
I'll have the rough draft on Thursday and go over it then.
Okay.
Thanks.
Robert, if you want to, you can email it out. It might go a little faster too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll. I'll try to have it out by tomorrow night. Probably won't be out till like past midnight or something, but I'll try to have it out tomorrow night.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay. So, all right. I guess is that about it? Did we cover everything?
I think so.
How'd you do on the group quiz?
We got it.
Good.
We didn't. We were kind of having problems understanding like the difference between like the P with the little caret is proportion, right?
Versus my brain.
Just P with nothing. And P was like the
P
means.
hat is
the
like your
standard-
sample, and P is your population, I believe.
Okay. But I think we got it all. Actually, there's only one that we missed the first time, so we were doing good.
Okay, good. So you figured out which one, which has the smallest N, and it was 40.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
That one's been giving people grief because they don't know to take both numbers and switch formulas and double check them because it has to fit both formulas.
Yes, so we got like 40 on one and 13.3 or something on the other, and
Yep.
so we got that one. So, all right.
Okay.
Right.
Awesome. Well, Patty, I'll just submit this because I have the link anyway.
Oh, thank you so much.
No
I'm
worries.
sorry. Thanks. All right.
I know how to copy and paste. We're good.
Thanks.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Yeah.